Ralph here, and welcome to True Power Trumpet Fitness on this terrific Tuesday here in Connecticut. Another beauty, and that's not just because they have double C's. It really is beautiful out. Got so much I want to do today, and that's that. Anyway, you saw the thumbnail. More Maurice. Can we ever stop learning from this guy? I mean, let's face it. One of the greatest players that ever lived. Top 5. He's on Mount Rushmore. No question about it. The GOAT, whatever you want to call it, greatest of all time. And we just listened to him dumbfounded until the end of time, listen to his recordings, the beauty of his tone and his phrasing. But a couple of my colleagues emailed in and contributed a couple morsels that you'll find interesting. Okay? Let me honk a little bit, then we'll get to it. Anyway, I forgot my juice. Forgot my lemonade. Anyway, the thumbnail. More Maurice. Now, that's a little bit of the Hummel. As you'll see in a minute, I'm going to leave a link down below of Maurice playing the Hummel so you can compare the two and see who's better. Guys, I'm kidding. But Maurice, the best ever in that genre for sure. Now he's passed away quite a while, and nobody's touching him. Nobody is touching him. There were guys Scherbaum, and I'm going to do one on Scherbaum tomorrow. There were guys that were closer to him back during his day than there are now. But whatever. Now, the first one came from a student of mine that emailed me this little clip. Now, I want you to watch it down below. It is at about the 110, 112 mark. When he sets up, the tongue is absolutely through his teeth. Not only is it through his teeth, it's through his lips when he's setting up. Now, I used to do that all the time. I still do. Not to emulate him, it just seems like a natural thing when you're trying to keep the tongue forward and through the teeth to start with it so far forward. I always do that. Start with the tongue in the mouthpiece before I pull it back. And Jerry used to have a picture of Maurice doing exactly that on his big board of chops there. Setting up with the tongue literally in the mouthpiece. And you can see it as plain as day in that video. Plain as day in that video. The tongue is through the teeth, guys. It just is. Now, we knew that. He told Jerry about that. And whatnot. But anyway, now another little morsel came on the comments. If you want to go back and look at it, you may. I forgot all about it. I'm glad he reminded me of it. When Maurice met Jerry, and they were quite close. I mean, about as close as you could get to Maurice doing 250 dates a year. It's not like they were fast friends, but they were absolutely mutual admiration sided for both of them. I'll get to that in a minute. But Maurice, believe it or not, was absolutely transfixed with Jerry's low notes. Much like me and Vacchiano, we're trying to be, known for our high notes, and everybody's, killing on our low notes. He loved the low notes. And he used to talk, the whole 9 yards. There's pictures of him. It's Wonderful. Wonderful. The low notes is what he wanted. Now here is the piece de resistance that I just love. I don't know if Jerry considered this one of the high points of his career. I mean, he had thousands of them. But here's the deal. For me as a teacher, this would pretty much be it for me. Okay? I'm not sure if Jerry actually considered himself more of a teacher, as a clinician, as a scientist, or whatever the case may be. But whatever. Getting off the track. Okay? But here's the deal. We all know that Maurice would have loved that his son reached world-renowned level as a trumpet player so they could tour together, do concerts, do duets, Vivaldi duets and all this sort of stuff. He was hoping for that, no question about it. Even Maurice could not get his son to this level. Now here's the deal. Here is the piece de resistance as far as I'm concerned. Maurice, the greatest trumpet player ever lived, the GOAT, the greatest of all time, sent his only son to Jerry to learn chops. Now, if that's not the high point of somebody's career, I don't know what is. I don't know what is. I mean, everybody puts, weight in different things, and, they mean different things to different people. To me as a teacher, my Lord, if Maurice ever sent his son to me for chops, I could die and go to heaven right there and be a happy man. But I think that is the absolute ultimate. Now, Jerry had many top students. I mean, we're going way back. John Ware, Armando Gatalla, who both sent Jerry's students. The freelance guys, Soloff, Alan Rubin, Marvin Stam, Gerard Schwartz. I mean, we can go right down the list. Right down the list, up to this, Herb Smith. We can go right down the list. I mean, he had an amazing array of students, okay? Maurice's son, wow. That to me just trumps everything. Here, take my son. All of you that have kids know what I'm talking about. When you send them off to school for the first day, or if you're still working and you send them to daycare, you literally, when my wife and I both worked, she stayed home for about a year and a half when Teresa was born. But when it came time to put her in daycare, you literally take this precious little thing and you put them in somebody else's arms. She said, help me raise them. And that is what Maurice did. Put his son in Jerry's arms, so to speak, and said, teach him. I can't. That to me is extraordinary. Extraordinary. But tongue through the teeth, check out the clip. I mean, if nothing else, you get to hear a great rendition of the Hummel. A little bit better than mine. And see the tongue through the teeth. And keep in mind, it was Jerry's low notes that Maurice loved. Now, here's the thing. Maurice was always complaining that he didn't have practice time. And I told you, he told me once in Giardinelli's that low note in the Tyrolean song, he could never play the low G. Now, it's not that he couldn't play the low G. Remember, Maurice was playing the equivalent of a Maynard gig. It wasn't as slam bam and balls to the wall as Maurice was, but it was a high note gig. There is no question about it. And he constantly complained to Jerry that he didn't have enough practice time. All he would do would, because he's 250 dates a year, traveling all over the world, he'd pretty much get the piccolo trumpet out every day. Any warming up he would do would be on pick. He needed 2-3 hours in his happy zone playing the Arbin characteristic studies to really get his chops going. Now, he could play a low G, there's no question, but he didn't have it, on tour as much as he would like. And he was constantly complaining about his practice time. And his practice time was characteristic studies. That's one of the reasons I do it. Okay? Happy zone. Anyway, that's that. Terrific Tuesday. Eat and drink your fruits and vegetables and live your life with true power and enjoy the clip. Love you all, and thank you for you guys that contributed.